Tabitha from Kingwood has flooding worries.
Yeah, she's looking at a home in Kingwood.
Okay.
And, it's parts of Kingwood flooded.
Oh, they had a bad one. Imelda, I think, really pounded them pretty bad.
Well, that had to do with development and how the water is being managed.
Oh, that could be.
We'll never get to the bottom of that. Anyway, Tabitha writes, the neighborhood did not flood, fortunately enough, and the home, though, has an outdoor atrium in the middle of the home. You know, the kind that go out.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. And she says the top of it, obviously, will let rain in, and she wants to know, should she be concerned that will lead to flooding in the house?
I'm not going to tell you, well, I could. I'm not going to tell you anything about flooding in this town because every flood we have, somebody else gets flooded that never were flooded before.
That's exactly right.
And I actually read an article yesterday on an airplane that the Army Corps of Engineers found that there was some misgivings on this last flood, and a lot of people flooded who shouldn't because somebody's not managing it right, and now there's a lawsuit that is huge going out there.
What?
A lawsuit that is huge going out there. But as far as that goes, those atriums can be a real problem if you have enough rain in a short amount of time and it has nowhere to go. A lot of people have you can put roofs on them and just close them off. You can do different things. But those interior atriums are a problem. They've always been a problem. So far, they haven't had a flood. Good. Then that's not a problem yet. But who knows down the road?
There are other houses.
I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, I'm not going to say, do this. My son is in the...
What do you say about buying a house?
There's always a better one around the corner. It's like getting a better spouse. You always find a better one.
Years ago when I was a young pup, I used to listen to this guy named Bruce Williams on the radio.
I remember Bruce.
Remember Bruce?
My grandmother loved him.
He used to say, never love something that won't love you back.
There you go.
That house will never love you back.
And let me tell you, my son, he's 31 years old. He's in the market to buy his first home. He calls me every day, and I say, don't buy it. Don't buy it. He wanted to buy a house from 1929 that the electrical system all had to be replaced for about $40,000.
And where's this?
Denver.
Okay, so
don't buy
boys and girls, if Tom doesn't show up next week, if he comes down here, it's because the Denver Realtor Association is taking a hit out on him.
No, he'll find a house, but he's rethinking the whole thing. You get rid of that, I want to buy one of those old fixer-uppers. He's 31 years old. He has to work 20 hours a day. He does not need a fixer-upper.
Meanwhile, back in Kingwood, Tabitha, you may want to think it twice. What about putting drains in that thing?
I'm sure it has drains already.
Okay.
Usually they have a big drain in the floor in the bottom.
Right.
But you're asking me, will it flood? I don't know. We have had some weather patterns in the last...
We have some gully washers, you bet.
And go all the way back to Hurricane Ike, Allison, Francis. You just don't know. And so a lot of people are putting these metal roofs over those atriums just to keep the water out and use it as a different type of space. You can even get them kind of opaque so you still get sunlight in. You can still have plants and stuff. But they're not a good idea.
Now, my neighborhood did flood during Harvey. My house didn't, but my neighborhood did.
Close.
It was like it was in the beds, but not on the weep holes. But anyway, but there was a house like this in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And what they did with that atrium was they turned it into a foyer and actually added a second story to the house.
You can do that. I've seen
because
people
that foyer
and make extra room.
The foyer was that atrium was a perfect space for a stairway.
Yeah. And stairways take up a lot of room.
They
so
sure
you
do.
have it.
All right. So there you go. I think we've pretty much...
we beat this one to death. Just be careful, okay?
Even if the atrium doesn't flood, we've flooded you with information.
But we also want you to have flood insurance.
Absolutely.
I just bought some for my house. My house has never flooded.
It's cheap. Do that. I'm going to get us out of here. You got a question, send it to us. Visit HomeShowRadio.com. Click on that Ask Tom button. Fill it out. Send it in. We'll answer it just like these videos over here.